What is good, YouTube? It is finally that time. Time for my 2026 NFL mock draft. Let's get right into it. Alright, first overall pick. No brainer here. We're going Fernando Mendoza. Won the Heisman, won the national championship. I think this is about as shoo-in as a pick as you can have. Here's where the real draft starts. We got the Jets at 2. I think they could go two ways. I have them going either Orville Reese, David Bailey. Two different edge prospects, right? You have David Bailey, who is a pure pass rush. Orville Reese, who can kind of do it all. Didn't really pass rush as much in college. He definitely can. Orville Reese is also a bit more of a developmental prospect. The Jets aren't in a win now mode either, but I do see them kind of wanting to see some first year production. I see them going David Bailey here too. I think either one can go. Now we got the Cardinals here at 3. This is interesting too. You could either see them go Maui Noah. They can definitely go Jeremiah Love here. They see Orville Reese at 3. I could also see them going there. I honestly see them going Jeremiah Love. I've definitely heard some concerns that he's not as blue chip as a prospect as people are making it out to seem. Right? Kind of just has that straight line speed. I see them going Jeremiah Love here at 3. You know, you want to get some offensive help there. They definitely could go offensive line. Wouldn't be surprised. You know, they kind of need pretty much everything. Titans here at 4. I think if the Titans see Orville Reese here at 4, they're taking him. Obviously, you have solid defensive-minded head coach. I think he would be able to develop him into a phenomenal player. You also have Jeffrey Simmons there, who he could learn from. I know he's a bit more of a D tackle, but still a great veteran presence to have. Giants here at 5. You know, I can see them going Sonny Styles. I could see them going Caleb Downs here. I don't see them going Maui Noah. I don't see them going Bain. I don't see them going Delane this early. I'm going to go Caleb Downs here. I have honestly a bit of concern for Sonny Styles. I just don't think he's as good as a prospect as people are putting him out to seem. Like, I know he had a phenomenal combine and kind of that's where this hype was coming from. I truthfully don't see it. I'm going to go Caleb Downs here at 5. I think the Giants are going to make sure they get their number 1 overall player there. I think he's the number 1 overall player in general. I just think the safety position is a bit undervalued. The Browns here at 6. This one's also interesting here, right? Like, you're going to think they want to get Shedeur Sanders as your wide receiver 1. I don't think Carnell Tate is that good. I know he has phenomenal size. He could develop into a great deep ball threat. Doesn't create that much separation, though. I honestly think Mekhi Lemon or Jordan Tyson are the better wide receiver, but I do think Carnell Tate is the more Browns prototypical receiver, so I think I'm going to go Carnell Tate here at 6. They definitely can grab a guy like Maui Noah as well to put on the opposite side of that offensive line. I'm going to go Carnell Tate here at 6. Washington at 7. I think if they see Sonny Styles, they're taking him. Definitely want some defensive help there. I don't know. No real rhyme or reason to this pick. I just think Sonny Styles, like, he's got speed. He does hit really, really hard. I think the Commanders are going to come in here and want to bolster that defense. Saints here 8. Ruben Bain. No doubt. You need help on that defensive line. Bad. Chase Young is phenomenal, right? Not as good as a player as people were hoping he'd become. I think you're going to go Ruben Bain here at 8. At 9, the Chiefs, I think they're going to want to get protection for Patrick Mahomes coming off a bad injury, right? Andy Reid already came out saying he's going to want to get some offensive line help here. I have the Chiefs picking up Maui Noah at 9. At 10, like I said, I think the Giants are going to want to grab Montour Delane here. I think they're going to want to double up on their secondary, which had plenty of concerns coming into the offseason. You already have a phenomenal defensive line, arguably top 5. I know they're losing Dexter Lawrence. Brian Burns is phenomenal. You're hoping Kayvon Thibodeau can pick it up. Abdul Carter, you just drafted with the 3rd overall pick last year. 2nd or 3rd overall pick, right? Like, you're looking at a phenomenal defense. You're boosting up the secondary here. I think this would be a phenomenal pick for the Giants, and you're looking at a potential dark horse for the playoffs. Now, my Miami Dolphins here at 11. I think if you're looking at the board as a Dolphins here, you're a bit disappointed. You're hoping that a team grabs Jordan Tyson and one of those other prospects falls to you. I think if you're looking here, you're either looking to trade back or you're going to grab a guy for the offensive line, right? I like Spencer Fano a bit. You know, you can put him at center, you can put him at guard, you can put him at tackle. You could also grab Vega Iona, who I think is the best guard this draft has by far. I think he's an absolute mauler. I think he's going to be a multiple Pro Bowl caliber guy. Possible All-Pro here. I think if you look at the Dolphins' offensive line, you have Patrick Paul, left tackle, Jonah, who was abysmal last year, left guard, right? Savai was just, you couldn't even put him on the field. I mean, you had to because you had nobody else, but he was literally just letting people go by every single play. Center, you're locked in with Aaron Brewer, right? All-Pro. Right guard, I guess Jamar Saylor. You don't really have anybody for right guard, and that's why I'm thinking, like, they're going to go guard because you need to fill a need. I think he's the best available offensive lineman on the board right now. I know guard is a bit of an undervalued position here, but I think you have to do it here if you're the Dolphins. And right tackle, you got Austin Jackson, right? Like, I think they're going to want to see what he can do at right tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if they grab Fano. I don't see them grabbing Freeling here. I'm going to go Vega at 11. For the Cowboys at 12, I think this is also a very interesting pick. I'd be intrigued to see what Jerry Jones does here. Obviously, you don't need wide receiver help. You don't need much offensive help. It wouldn't hurt to pick up another offensive lineman. I'd honestly see them grabbing... You could grab a guy like Thieneman. You could grab a guy like CJ Allen. But surprisingly, I don't know. You could grab a guy like Jermod McCoy. He has the potential to be the best corner of this draft. You just have the injury concerns with his knee. I'm hearing more reports that he might need another surgery. I don't know. I think Jerry's going to take a risk on him here, and I'm going to go Jermod McCoy at 12. We got the Rams at 13. And here's the thing with the Rams. They don't really need much, right? Like, you have a great defense. You have a great offense. I could see them trading back, right? And then grabbing a guy like Ty Simpson. But if we're doing a no-trade draft, which is what I'm doing right now, I'm going to have the Rams go wide receiver here, and I'm going to go with Mekhi Lemon. I think Mekhi Lemon would fit very well in this offense, right? He's similar-esque to that Puka-type player, right? Like, finds great space. I think Jordan Tyson's injury concerns are just a little bit too much for me right now, like, just me personally. I know he had a phenomenal pro day, but he's been hurting pretty much, every year in college. I'm going to go with Mekhi Lemon here at 13. I know I was just talking down to Jordan Tyson here, but I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it, if I'm the Ravens here at 14, I'm grabbing Jordan Tyson, dude. Holy crap. I think you have to, right? You want to get Lamar another weapon, right? Pair him with Zay Flowers. I just think that one's a no-brainer. I know you could boost to the offensive line a bit. I'm going Jordan Tyson there at 14. We got the Bucs here at 15. I'm going Kenyon Sadiq. I think he has all the tools to be a phenomenal tight end. I didn't quite see the production in college. I think, though, in that Bucs offense where he's not going to kind of be forced to be that number one guy for that offense. Not that he was in Oregon, because it's obviously to carry more, but I think, he was relied upon heavily, especially in the red zone. I think it'd be a phenomenal pick for Baker, right? Like, you give him another weapon for that offensive line. You could go defensive line. You could also go linebacker. I don't know. I see them going Kenyon Sadiq there at 15. The Jets on the clock at 16. Now, this is interesting because obviously they don't need offensive line help. We just have them bolster their defensive line. This one's interesting to me. I've seen people go Omar Cooper here, grab a wide receiver. I don't know. I'm not as high on Omar Cooper. I don't know. I think they're going to go CJ Allen here. I don't know. I know they just picked up Demario Davis to a one-year contract, but this is probably his last year playing. I think CJ Allen, this would be a great player for him to learn under, right? Obviously, seasoned vet. I'm going to go CJ Allen here at 16. At 17 here, we got the Lions. I'm going Monroe Freeling. He's a Dan Campbell guy, right? You can put him on the other side. I think that's just phenomenal, right? Him, Penei Sewell, phenomenal wide receivers, great tight end, great running back, great quarterback. Like, that offensive, like, entire offense is scary as hell. They already have a good defense, too. I'm going to go Monroe Freeling there at 17. At 18, we're going Dylan Thieneman here. They're going to get that replacement for Harrison Smith. This one, I feel like, you know, you lose Harrison Smith, Dylan Thieneman coming in. Perfect replacement there at 18. 19, Panthers here. They don't really need edge for Mesidor, right? You just grab Jalen Phillips. I don't know. This one's interesting to me. Just looking up the board, I see Spencer Fano. You could always bolster the offensive line. I don't know. This one's kind of tricky. Could go Caden McDonald. Could go a guy like Peter Woods, who might be down. Yeah, I don't know. That might be a little early for them. I don't know. I'm going to go the reach here. I'm going to go Caden McDonald. I'm going to go Caden McDonald at 19. I think he was great at Ohio State. I think he was a bit overshadowed because you had some other phenomenal defensive players. I think his 2024 season was a bit better than last year's, but I think that's a good pick. Cowboys here at 20, Keldrick Falk. He's the most Jerry Jones player there pretty much is. 6'6". Like, maybe not the production you'd want to see from a guy like that pretty much plays the edge, but he's a phenomenal run stopper. I'm going to go Keldrick Falk there at 20. 21 here, Spencer Fano. You want to help out that offensive line. You could see them go Ty Simpson depending on what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. Hearing rumors he might not play this year. I'm going to go Spencer Fano there at 21, barring on the side of caution that Rodgers is going to play. 22 here, if I'm the Chargers looking at this, could grab a guy like Omar Cooper. Pair him with Ladd. I think that would be phenomenal. You get Herbert another weapon. Could go Emmanuel McNair-Warren. I don't know. People might think that's a little early to grab a third safety. I think he was phenomenal at Toledo. I don't see them grabbing Mesidor here. Again, the thing with Mesidor is he's 25, right? So, not much development. Kind of what you got right now is maybe one more year, but he's kind of just prime right now. I'm going to go Omar Cooper here at 22. 23 here. You need edge help. And you're in a win now mode. You're going to Keem Mesidor. Look at this. 13 sacks for Miami. He was an absolute game wrecker, okay? Absolute game wrecker. He honestly got to the quarterback more than Bane did. He set up a lot of Bane sacks, too. I think Mesidor is the best day one pass rusher. I'm calling it right now. Mesidor is the best day one pass rusher for this rookie class. Browns here, 24. I'm going Keenan Proctor here. Again, you're going to want to help this offensive line. Proctor can play guard. Proctor can play tackle. I think he's a very versatile player. I think this is a perfect draft spot to grab him in this 24 to 28 range. I have him going Keenan Proctor here. From the Bears here, 25. You could go Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. You could go a guy like Caleb Banks, Peter Woods. Honestly, I see them going Caleb Woods here. I think he's going to be a perfect fit. I think he's a bit undervalued just because the Clemson team really underperformed this year, but I think that would be a phenomenal pickup for them. Now we got the Bills here at 26. This is an interesting pickup as well. I'm going them Emmanuel McNeil-Warren. I think they're going to want to boost that secondary a bit. I think he's a phenomenal player. He has a chance to be the second best safety. I think he might be arguably better than Thieneman. Just played against worse competition. 27 here, we got the 49ers. I'm going Blake Miller here. The reason I can see it, right? Like, Trent Williams, maybe you have another 2 years out of him on the good end. You could put Blake Miller on that right side. Learn under a phenomenal tackle. I think that you could go Max Ionachor as well. I think vice versa. Either one of those picks is kind of be the pick there. Texans here at 28. Go Caleb Banks. Phenomenal physique, right? Pause. Phenomenal physique, though. Again, right? Like, he underperformed a bit at Florida, but the entire team did. He got injured for a while. So you don't really know. In 2024, he was phenomenal. 2024, he was phenomenal. 2023, he was also phenomenal as well. He got hurt early on a lot. He had really high projections. I think in the beginning of the year, he was projected for a mid-first round pick. I just think late in the first round, he's worth it to take a fly on this one. Yeah, 6'6", 330. I think it's a phenomenal pick there. 29 here. We got the Chiefs. The Chiefs take offensive line. I'm going to have them go TJ Parker. Again, another one of those Clemson guys that might have underperformed compared to his expectations. He's more of that, like, linebacker edge type mix. I think this is a great pick for them. They could go Cassius Howell, who's a bit more your pure pass rusher. I personally am not as big on Cassius Howell. I know he got a lot of sacks. Just when he was playing just higher competition, he just kind of disappeared for me a little bit. The Dolphins here at 30. Now, personally, if I'm the Dolphins here, I'm hoping you're getting a call for a team trading, right? You want a team that's going to trade in there, pick 30, grab Ty Simpson, right? Because you're going to want that fifth-year option on the quarterback. You trade out, like, maybe with the Cardinals, right? Trade 5 spots back. That's what I would do as the Dolphins. But if I'm the Dolphins picking right now, you need help in that secondary, and you need it bad. You could go wide receiver. I think there's a multitude of wide receivers you can grab in the day 2 that would be suitable, at least for this year, going into next year, which is a phenomenal wide receiver class on paper right now. I low-key... I mean, Colton Hood is, what, 6 foot? Jeff Hafley, the Dolphins head coach, loves to have guys with a bit more height. Avion Terrell's a bit short, too. I don't see us going Pons, obviously. Chris Johnson. CC's possible. 6 foot as well. See, that's interesting because his prototypical corner in Green Bay was like your 6'2" guy. I don't know. I love Avion Terrell's film. Like, when I watch him, I'm like, wow, this guy has all the tools in the world. I'm going to go Avion Terrell here. 31 here. We got the Patriots on the clock. They're going offensive line. Max Yanachor. I think this is a pretty solid pick that they're going to do this. You want to get that replacement for Morgan Moses, this is probably his last year. I think this is a phenomenal pick for the Patriots. And last pick here, we got the Seattle Seahawks. Ending it off, again, Super Bowl team. What do they really need? Maybe you could get some edge help for DeMarcus Lawrence's replacement eventually. So I'm going to go Cassius Howell here. Lawrence might have been on a 1-year deal now that I'm thinking about it. I'm going Cassius Howell. 12 sacks last year. I think they have time to develop them too, or develop him as well. I'm going to go Cassius Howell. And yeah, let's take a look at this draft. I honestly like the way that it ended up panning out. I think this looks great. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. We got the draft tomorrow. I'm going to do a review, kind of compare what I had and how the draft obviously pans out. Most mock drafts aren't correct, so I'm very intrigued to see how this goes. And yeah, hope you guys are having a good one, and peace out.